Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. If you enjoyed today's presentation and find it informative, please feel free to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share the content. Today's video subject: how do cats say sorry to their owners? Before we begin, let's first take a look at today's topic overview. As cats can't feel guilt, they're incapable of apologizing to us. Cats know when we're angry due to the changes in our facial expressions and tone of voice, so they'll bunt, purr, and slow blink to make us happy. We anthropomorphize, believing that feline and human behaviors have the same meaning. While your cat will never turn to you and offer up a grand apology, at least I don't think so, cats can recognize when they've done something that makes you angry or upset. And while they'll never understand why it's wrong to tear up your furniture or vomit in your shoes, they can learn that doing certain things will result in a negative reaction from you. And this is where the education comes in. Felines don't stop doing things because they've seen the light. They just learn that your voice tone, facial expression, and general attitude becomes unpleasant. This can make your cat very anxious. Cats realize that good terms equate to good things, even if they don't truly understand the difference between right and wrong. Felines are hypersensitive when it comes to behavioral changes involving the people they trust. Your cat knows your baseline. This means they know when something just isn't right, especially when it comes on the heels of something they've done. Your cat knows when it's done something wrong based on your response. This, for the obvious reason, is why it's so critical to have a response. It's a learning tool, and a very important one at that. When it comes to the cloud of shame, you're not going to get too much from your cat. They can't feel guilty, for example, as this is just too much of a complex emotion to process. In truth, your cat doesn't care about your feelings. They care about their own feelings. And while cats are emotionally advanced, we probably give them a bit too much credit. With respect to this subsection in terms of pain, your cat isn't going to feel bad for hurting you. If your cat scratches your face, your pet isn't going to wander off and then ponder your feelings and if you're physically okay. And while this certainly doesn't mean that your cat doesn't love you, the emotional drama that many of us swim in from day to day, that pool just doesn't exist for cats, at least when it comes to thinking about others. They don't sit around wondering how we're feeling, and they're not anxious on our behalf. So, if cats are unable to feel bad when they hurt us, then why do they always want to snuggle up not long after a negative event has taken place? Is that a bit of sympathy at work? No. It's just another aspect of looking out for number one. Your cat needs you. Your pet can't afford to have you upset because they know that it could mean negative consequences for them in the short and potentially the long term. Your cat needs you to be in a good place, not for your own mental and emotional state, but for theirs. This is just one of the many ways that cats manipulate us in real time, right before our very eyes. Felines can't apologize in any capacity because that would require the understanding that they've wronged someone and need to make amends. Here again, cats don't understand these complex emotions. Heck, there are people walking among us that still can't grasp this part. When dealing with cats and many other animals, a common issue is that we often assign human characteristics to our pets because it's what we live in, it's how we exist. In our world, if someone wrongs you and then later comes up and offers up a handshake or a hug, we interpret that as owning up to a mistake and making things right. This is why when a cat does something wrong and you respond in a negative fashion, and your pet then sweeps in with those good cuddles, we often view this as an apology. Not to beat the drum of the prior subsection, but this is not an apology, but rather a desire for peace and comfort in general. If you're happy, they're happy. And make no mistake, this is manipulation, because that's how the cat owner relationship grows. It's a tennis match, hitting the ball back and forth. One can't function in harmony without the other. Your cat is pleased when you're pleased. We've touched on the good cuddles and snuggles, but cats often display other emotions if they're attempting to get back in your good graces following a negative experience. In an effort to comfort themselves and change your disposition, cats will often purr, lick you, bunt, which is just head butting essentially, body rubbing, sleeping or cuddling next to you, engaging in that slow blinking and meowing. Felines have been around humans for many, many years, to say the very least, and they know how to get our attention. Pets push our buttons in a good way. This is why we love them so much. They know how to play on our emotions, even if they're not fully capable of truly understanding the complexities of these emotions. The more you understand the emotions of felines, the more it becomes clear that cats are a lot like children. They don't know what they've done wrong, they just don't want you to be angry with them. And just briefly, some cats, just like some children, will engage in continued misbehavior with attention as the goal. While it's not uncommon for cats to want to make peace following a negative reaction from you, some felines will continue to act out with the primary goal of receiving your attention, any type of attention. Some cats can game the system to a point where bad behavior becomes a luxury. This is why you should never reward your cat with snack treats as a means to stop them while in the process of doing bad things. Hey, I'll give you a snack if you'll stop eating my sofa. You never want to build an association that indicates in any way that there is some type of reward for acting up. Cats that fail to learn proper socialization skills during kittenhood often engage in this no such thing as bad attention mindset. So, all of this begs a very interesting question. If cats can't feel guilty, do they ever apologize to each other? No. Here again, the structure is pretty much the same. Apologizing is not essential for feline survival, and that is what everything boils down to in the big picture. Safety is the goal, not the feelings of other people or other cats. If cats fight and then appear to make up, what is actually taking place is an action to encourage safety. If I play it cool, will you play it cool? The cats really don't care about hurting each other's feelings, they just want peace, because in some cases their lives depend on it. Cats often attempt to calm the tensions by grooming each other, rubbing their heads against each other, hooking their tails together, and even sleeping right next to each other. Felines learn all of these actions while socializing with their mother and siblings as kittens. And before we get on out of here, it's very important to remember that cats don't have to be like us. I think this can get lost in the shuffle simply because we love our cats just oh so much. We've blurred these lines, and I'm as guilty as the next person. I'll say it right here. It's easy to assign human emotions to cats. We want them to think the way we do and feel the way we feel. It's only natural. But in the feline world, it's all about survival. And cats are in it for safety and security, and they'll do whatever they need in order to receive it. This means that some form of manipulation will always rule the day in order to keep the peace. Cats can't feel guilty, but they can feel wanted. Always love your pets and do right by them. The rest will take care of itself. If you would like more information concerning today's subject matter, please click the initial link in the description box below and join us at seniorcatwellness.com. And once again, feel free to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel if this type of content is of interest to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.